Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Hub, your one-stop shop for all things AI. I'm Larry, and I'm really excited you could join us for another deep dive.
And I'm Amanda, excited to break down some fascinating AI news with you all today.
So today we're tackling a topic that's got the AI world buzzing. OpenAI's latest move to trademark o1, the name of their brand new AI reasoning model.
Yeah.
You might be thinking, didn't they just try this with ChatGPT? And you'd be right. They've actually filed for over 30 trademarks before.
With varying degrees of success.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've gone after names like ChatGPT, Sora, and DALL-E. But here's the interesting part. They couldn't trademark GPT itself. That stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, the USPTO. That's the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. They said it was too generic, like trying to trademark the word computer.
Right. It's become the name for a whole category of AI. But they did manage to trademark OpenAI, the company name itself. So it seems they're hoping that precedent will help them snag the o1 trademark.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they're trying to build a whole portfolio of trademarked names, sort of like a branding strategy for different types of AI.
Makes sense. Okay, so let's get to the heart of the matter. What exactly is o1, and why all the fuss about trademarking it? It's being described as their latest AI reasoning model. But what does that really mean?
Well, think of it this way. Previous models like ChatGPT were great at language tasks, writing poems, translating, generating code. o1 takes things a step further. It's designed to solve complex logic puzzles, work through multi-step math problems, and even plan strategically, almost like a virtual detective.
Wow, that's a huge leap. Are we talking about AI that can actually think for itself?
Well, not quite think in the human sense, but it's definitely a significant step towards AI that can understand and manipulate information in a more sophisticated way.
Okay, so let's say they do get this trademark. What does that mean for the AI landscape?
That's the million-dollar question. If o1 becomes the go-to name for this type of advanced reasoning AI, it could give OpenAI a serious advantage. Imagine if they could control how this technology is used and who has access to it.
That sounds like it could get pretty controversial. Could they end up stifling competition? Or even dictating the direction of AI research?
It's a valid concern, and it's not just about competition. If o1 becomes the dominant reasoning model, what happens to accessibility? Will it be available to everyone, or only to those who can afford OpenAI's terms?
This is getting really interesting. And it seems like the outcome of this trademark battle could have ripple effects far beyond just OpenAI.
Absolutely. It could set a precedent for how AI technologies are named, marketed, and even controlled in the future. It's like they're writing the rules of the game as they go along.
Now, remember how I mentioned OpenAI's past trademark attempts? Well, this is where things get even more intriguing. Months before o1 was even announced, OpenAI filed a trademark application for it. In Jamaica.
Yes, that raised a lot of eyebrows. Why Jamaica? It seemed like a random choice. Some speculate they were testing the waters in a market with a less stringent approval process.
Or maybe they were just trying to fly under the radar, seeing how the name would be received before making a bigger splash. It's like a strategic chess move, but we're not sure what the end game is yet.
It's definitely a curious detail that adds another layer of complexity to this whole story. Yeah, it's like a puzzle, isn't it? Trying to figure out OpenAI's strategy with all these trademark moves.
Exactly. And remember that case they lost recently? The one against Avision, the company that makes AI-powered vision systems. They were trying to claim that OpenAI was too similar to Avision's branding, and the court actually sided with Avision.
That case really throws a wrench in the works, doesn't it? It shows that even a company like OpenAI with all its resources can run into trademark trouble.
So could the same thing happen with o1? Could someone else come along and say, hey, we've been using that term for years?
It's definitely possible. The USPTO will have to decide if o1 is truly unique to OpenAI, or if it's become a common term in the industry.
Makes you think. What other AI terms might become battlegrounds for trademarks in the future? We're throwing around phrases like machine learning, deep learning, neural networks all the time. Could those become exclusive to certain companies?
It's not out of the realm of possibility. And that's what gets me thinking about the bigger picture here. The potential impact on AI innovation. On one hand, you want to reward companies for their investment in research and development. But if we're not careful, We could end up with a situation where a few powerful companies control access to the most important AI tools.
Yeah, it's almost like we need a new set of rules for the AI era. Traditional trademark laws might not be equipped to handle a technology that's evolving so rapidly, and blurring the lines between what's considered inventive and what's simply an application of existing knowledge.
I agree. And it's not just about legal frameworks. We also need to think about the ethical implications. If certain companies have a monopoly on advanced AI, how do we ensure that these tools are used responsibly and for the benefit of everyone, not just a select few?
It's a tough question, and there's no easy answer. But I think it's a conversation we need to be having now. Before it's too late, we need to find a balance between protecting intellectual property and fostering an open, collaborative AI ecosystem where innovation can flourish.
Absolutely, and that's what we're trying to do here at AI Hub. Provide our listeners with the information and insights they need to engage in this crucial conversation.
We're all in this together, right? The choices we make today will have a huge impact on the future of AI and how it shapes our world.
Exactly. So let's stay informed, stay engaged, and work together to create a future where AI empowers everyone.
And we're back, ready to wrap up our deep dive into the world of AI trademarks. Specifically, OpenAI's play for O1.
It really does feel like we're witnessing a pivotal moment, doesn't it? This whole situation with O1 could set the stage for how AI intellectual property is handled in the future.
Absolutely. And I think it highlights the need for a more nuanced conversation about trademarks in this rapidly evolving field. We can't just apply the same old rules designed for physical products to these powerful digital tools.
Exactly. We need to think about the broader implications. If companies start locking down fundamental AI terms, it could create barriers to entry for smaller players and potentially stifle the open exchange of ideas that has fueled so much progress in the field.
Right. It's about finding that balance. We want to incentivize innovation, but we also need to make sure the benefits of AI are accessible to everyone. Think about it. If a single company controls the most advanced AI reasoning model, that gives them a tremendous amount of power.
Yeah, it's a bit like the early days of the internet, where a handful of companies emerged as gatekeepers. We don't want to repeat those mistakes with AI.
Right. We need to be proactive and start thinking about how to create a more equitable and ethical AI landscape. And that involves everyone: policymakers, researchers, businesses, and even the public.
It's a collective responsibility. We need to educate ourselves about these issues and make sure our voices are heard. The decisions made today will have a profound impact on the future of AI.
Well said, Amanda. It's been an eye-opening conversation, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to learn more and engage in this important dialogue.
Me too. It's crucial that we stay informed and proactive as AI continues to shape our world.
This has been another fascinating deep dive here at AI Hub. If you enjoyed this episode and want to stay ahead of the curve in the ever-changing world of artificial intelligence, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll keep bringing you the latest news, insights, and analysis, all broken down in a way that's informative and engaging.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon with more AI deep dives.
Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the amazing world of AI.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.